Welcome to the Deep Dive.
Hi, everyone.
I want you to imagine something right now.
Okay.
Picture yourself moving to a brand new city.
Yeah, that is a big deal.
You just stepped off the train with all your bags.
Oh, man. That is so stressful.
You do not know the bus routes at all.
Right?
And you have absolutely no friends in this new place.
Oh, wow. That is incredibly hard.
It is,
Yeah.
It is a massive life change.
Totally.
Your emotions are just ranked so high.
You were terrified, but you were also thrilled.
Exactly. Now, imagine explaining that to a friendly stranger.
In a new language.
Yes. You have to explain it in a language you are still learning.
Wow, that is a really frustrating position to be in.
It really is.
Because you want to show people your true personality.
Yeah.
You want them to understand your hopes and your struggles.
Yeah, but your vocabulary acts like a cage.
Exactly. You are forced to use very basic, simple words.
You end up sounding like a completely different person.
You lose all your nuance,
And you lose the emotional weight of your own story.
It is so true. You feel completely trapped.
Well, today our source material addresses this exact problem.
Awesome.
And it offers a brilliant solution.
I cannot wait to hear it.
We are looking at an excerpt from the WLAD English channel.
Yeah, that is a great channel. Episode 31, right?
Right. The title is The Best Decision I've Ever Made.
Moving to a new city.
Yes. So the source features two distinct characters.
Jordan and Lucy, right?
Yes. First, we have Jordan.
Okay.
He plays a helpful, teacher-like role here.
Because he moved to the city 5 years ago.
Exactly. He is very settled.
He is confident.
And he knows how to communicate his story perfectly.
Then we have the second character, Lucy.
Right. She plays an energetic, student-like role.
She just moved to the city 6 months ago.
So she is still very much in the middle of the struggle.
Yeah, she is trying to build a new life.
And trying to explain it using her current language skills.
The dynamic between them is perfect for today.
It really is.
Jordan wants to help Lucy elevate her language.
Right. He wants her to share her personal journey.
Not just recite dry facts.
Okay, let's unpack this.
Let's do it.
Our mission for today's deep dive is incredibly practical.
We are going to explore how upgrading your grammar changes everything.
Just a few tenses and vocabulary words.
Yeah. Small shifts make a huge difference.
They transform a basic list of facts into an emotional story.
It is not just about sounding more fluent,
Right. It is about taking ownership of a major decision.
It is about framing your own narrative with confidence.
To do that, we need to look at Lucy's initial challenge.
Explaining the why.
Yes. Why did you uproot your entire life?
Why did you leave your comfort zone?
If you explain it poorly, the conversation just falls flat.
Totally.
That brings us to Lucy's first attempt.
She gives a very basic A2 level explanation.
She says, I moved because I wanted a new job.
I came here in January. The city's big.
Now, let us be fair to Lucy here.
Yeah, those sentences are completely correct.
They are grammatically flawless.
But they feel entirely flat.
Right. They lack any real emotional depth.
If you said that to me at a dinner party,
Yeah.
I would probably just nod and say, oh, that is nice.
Exactly. The conversation would hit a dead end immediately.
What's fascinating here is Jordan's advice to fix that.
He does not tell her to add more sentences.
No. He suggests a specific, targeted grammar upgrade.
He tells her to change her verb tense.
He wants her to stop using the past simple tense.
Right. Instead, he advises her to use the present perfect tense.
So rather than the flat, I moved,
She upgrades it to, I have moved here.
I have moved here to find better opportunities.
Jordan also suggests a powerful vocabulary swap there.
Oh, right. Using the word decision.
Yes. Instead of saying, I chose,
So her full upgraded thought becomes,
it's the best decision I've ever made.
I have moved here to find better opportunities.
Just hearing that, the word decision elevates the sentence.
It sounds much more professional.
It implies careful thought and agency.
Not just a random choice.
Right. It shows that she is the author of her own life.
But the grammar shift is where the real magic happens.
Moving from past simple to present perfect.
It alters the psychological weight of the sentence.
I am going to push back slightly here, though.
Okay, sure.
Is there actually anything objectively wrong with saying, I moved?
Well, no.
It is a completed action in the past.
True.
Let me offer an analogy to explain my view.
I love analogies. Let's hear it.
Using the past simple tense is like a photograph.
A single photograph from the past.
Yes, you hand them the photo, they look at it.
And they hand it back.
Exactly. The action is frozen in time.
That is a brilliant analogy. A photograph is static.
Right. It's completely over.
When you say, I moved, the event is finished.
It has no immediate bearing on the present moment.
It just states a historical fact.
But the present perfect tense acts entirely differently.
Using the present perfect is like pressing play on a video.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
A video playing right now.
Yes. The video might start in the past.
But it keeps playing right up to the present second.
Exactly. When Lucy says, I have moved here,
She is playing a video for the listener.
it connects the past action directly to her current reality.
The present perfect proves the choice is still highly relevant.
It tells the listener, this is affecting my life today.
It is an ongoing, living reality.
You are inviting the listener into your current experience.
That is why it sparks better conversations.
It opens the door for the listener to ask questions,
Like, and how has the transition been for you?
which naturally leads us to the transition itself.
Moving is almost never an easy process.
Right. Once the excitement wears off, the struggle begins.
Lucy is very honest about her early difficulties.
She admits she did not know the bus routes at all.
And she talks about not having any friends yet.
Getting lost while dealing with loneliness is a heavy burden.
It is an incredibly vulnerable place to be.
And explaining that vulnerability is tricky.
If you use the wrong words, you sound like a complainer.
You might sound like a victim of your circumstances.
Jordan recognizes this trap immediately.
He steps in to give Lucy another crucial lesson.
He introduces the present perfect continuous tense.
That is a very intimidating grammatical name.
It is. The structure with I have been plus ing,
Why is this specific tense the right tool?
because it perfectly captures an ongoing journey.
Actions that started in the past and are still happening.
Right. It implies effort. It implies persistence.
Let us look at the specific text upgrades.
Lucy originally states her bus problem very simply.
Jordan upgrades it to, I have been learning the bus routes.
And for the social struggle.
She upgrades to, I've been trying to make new friends.
Since I arrived.
The shift there is remarkable.
She goes from stating a failure to stating a mission.
She is no longer just lost and lonely.
She is actively working on a solution.
The phrase, since I arrived, is also a vital part.
It acts as an anchor.
It shows the listener exactly how long she's been trying.
It proves she is not giving up.
She is displaying massive resilience.
Here's where it gets really interesting, though.
Oh, yeah.
The source material highlights a specific vocabulary nuance.
They discuss how Lucy spends her free time.
Yes. Originally, Lucy says she is just walking around.
Honestly, walking around sounds incredibly aimless.
It sounds like you are bored.
Like you have absolutely nowhere important to go.
It is a very passive description.
It paints a picture of isolation.
Jordan spots this immediately.
He suggests a vastly superior word.
He tells her to say, I've been exploring the city.
Every weekend.
Now, I have to challenge this a bit.
Okay, challenge away.
Is exploring really that much better than walking?
I think so, yeah.
Does changing one single verb actually change the reality?
It absolutely changes the reality.
Because she is still just walking on the sidewalk.
But it completely shifts the psychological mindset.
Walking is purely physical. Anyone can walk around a block.
But exploring implies a distinct purpose.
An explorer is actively seeking something out.
They are engaging with their environment on a deeper level.
That makes perfect sense.
When you think of an explorer, you think of adventure.
They're discovering hidden cafes.
Finding secret parks. Studying the architecture.
When Lucy says, I've been exploring, she changes her role.
She promotes herself.
She is no longer the victim of a confusing city.
She transforms into the hero of a brave adventure.
Exactly. It completely rewrites the narrative of her struggle.
If you are walking around and you get lost,
It feels like a stressful failure. You panic.
but if you are exploring and you get lost,
Getting lost is actually part of the job description.
yes, it becomes a feature of the adventure.
It demonstrates incredible perseverance.
She is choosing to look for fascinating things.
This transition from grammar to vocabulary is fascinating.
Framing the effort changes the mindset.
Now, let us look at the final outcome.
How do adjectives dictate how we feel about our new life?
Lucy provides a very basic summary at first.
She says, the city is good, people are nice.
I am happy.
These are standard A2 level sentences,
They communicate the baseline facts perfectly well.
but they are entirely empty of real feeling.
Good and nice are conversational dead ends.
They do not paint a picture in the listener's mind.
A sandwich can be good. A sweater can be nice.
A major city deserves a much richer description.
Jordan completely agrees.
He provides some excellent B1 level vocabulary upgrades.
He advises her to drop the word good completely.
He suggests using words like vibrant or lively instead.
Vibrant is a fantastic choice.
The word itself feels energetic.
A vibrant city feels like it is alive.
Bright colors, street musicians, and busy markets.
You can feel the energy through the word itself.
And what about her description of the locals?
She initially just called them nice.
Jordan advises her to swap nice for welcoming.
The psychological difference between those words is massive.
A cashier at a grocery store is nice.
But a welcoming person does something much deeper.
They actively invite you into their space.
They make a conscious effort to ensure you feel safe.
They make you feel like you truly belong there.
So when Lucy uses these upgraded words,
She creates a beautiful dynamic picture.
she says, the city is so vibrant.
Everyone has been very welcoming.
You can truly feel her authentic happiness in those words.
It is no longer just a flat statement of fact.
It is an emotional reality.
The upgraded words allow the listener to share in her joy.
They build a genuine social connection.
This brings me to a deeper question, actually.
Oh, what is it?
We see that new words change how others view Lucy.
Right.
But how much does vocabulary change her own internal reality?
That is a great question.
I want to look at Lucy's final realization.
It is a very powerful moment in the source material.
She says, I have been practicing my English more.
Because I live here now.
That sentence is the culmination of her entire journey.
It proves the move did not just change her address.
The friction of the new city forced her to grow.
She was pushed out of her comfort zone.
And she rose to the challenge.
If we connect this to the bigger picture,
What is Jordan's core philosophy behind these lessons?
it goes much deeper than just passing an English exam.
It is a profound philosophy about identity.
Jordan is showing us that grammar is not just rules.
Grammatical structures act as a psychological bridge.
A bridge connecting the past to the present.
Exactly.
It connects the person you were with the person you are.
The grammar builds a solid path between then and now.
It lets you stop reciting disconnected facts.
It gives you the tools to authentically tell your continuous story.
And taking true ownership of your story is incredibly powerful.
It changes how you navigate the entire world.
That is the secret to reaching the B1 level.
It is not just about memorizing more words.
It is entirely about connection,
It is about storytelling.
accurately reflecting your inner life to the outside world.
So, what does this all mean for our listener today?
It means elevating your language elevates your connections.
The channel leaves us with a great piece of homework.
It is a brilliant exercise for anyone learning English.
The homework is to write a personal sentence.
Using the present perfect continuous structure.
You take the frame, I've been doing something since,
Since a specific time.
and you apply it to your own life.
For example, I've been learning English since last year.
Or, I've been working on my new career since January.
This is an incredibly practical way to frame your history.
I highly encourage you to try this exercise.
Think carefully about how you explain your past.
Are you just handing people a static photograph?
Or are you playing them a dynamic video?
Frame your personal history with pride.
Show people the effort you're putting in right now.
That perfectly sets up one final provocative thought.
Oh, I like provocative thoughts.
We discussed how upgrading grammar lets us tell a better story.
It makes us sound more confident and professional.
We use language to shape how others perceive our journey.
It builds better social bonds.
But the implications might go even deeper than social connection.
Exactly.
If upgrading our vocabulary changes our story for other people.
Is it possible it actually changes our own internal reality?
Think about it.
Is it possible the vocabulary literally rewrites our own memories?
That is a fascinating concept.
If you call a difficult period exploring instead of struggling?
Does your brain file that memory away as an adventure?
Yes, rather than a trauma.
Does the video in our mind suddenly look brighter?
Just because we changed the language of the script.
If we swap nice for welcoming in a memory.
Do we actually feel safer in our own past?
It suggests language does not just describe our world.
It actually constructs it.
I want you to think deeply about that today.
The next time you tell someone your story,
Are you just reciting facts?
or are you actively shaping your reality?
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive.
Keep exploring, everyone.